Good evening, everyone. How are you? This is Mo, the creator of All Time Wrestling, and today we have an amazing video for you. We are going to be shooting how to play Eddie Guerrero in solo mode. Don't worry, there are no spoilers. I'm not going to spoil the campaign. This is just a match between Eddie Guerrero and Junkyard Dog, so let's just get right into it. I'm so excited to play this. By the way, this is a limited edition. I know we've said it a million times, only 1,000 copies will ever be produced. We've manufactured 350 copies to date and sold out within 2 days. I know a lot of you want to get your hands on one of those copies. Hopefully, we'll launch another batch in the summer, batch two, maybe 150 or 200 copies. Stay tuned, and I'm going to talk a lot about why this is a limited edition, and I think you're going to enjoy it so much. Anyways, without a further ado, let's start. We have Eddie Guerrero challenging for the World Heavyweight title because the last time you saw me, Sergeant Slaughter won that title. Well, I want to tell you something, guys. Unfortunately, I lost against the Junkyard Dog, and the Junkyard Dog is now the champion. And I just believe that Eddie Guerrero is the right guy to capture that title from the Junkyard Dog. He's a tough man to beat. And so, without a further ado, let's start. The champion always starts first. So does the Ultima player. And I've already picked my 5 attacking cards that you see here, which are the Knife Edge, Chop. Sorry. And the Drop Kick. So these are 2 generic cards that you've seen probably in the game before. But some of the unique cards I've picked is a Top Rope Hurricane Rana. I'm hoping to hit that early in the match. There's a Tilt-A-Whirl Backbreaker. And that's special to Eddie. And then a single leg crab. So a lot of pressure on the back, and then a big top rope move that'll do hopefully a lot of damage. So we start off with drawing an attack from the Junkyard Dog, and just so that everyone is able to see this is a punch. It'll do 1 damage if hit properly. And I think I'm gonna let him hit me for 1 damage. He needs a target number of 2 or more. And remember, we don't roll dice on behalf of the Ultima. We draw one of those cards. And thank God I did this. So he he drew a d6, which is amazing news for me because a d6 was wasted on a damage 1 card. I still get hit, so I'll lose 1 health, and he will gain 1 momentum. But I know that he's 1d6 down there. I think 4 in this deck because I'm playing on medium difficulty, by the way. And now this is unique about Eddie Guerrero. So Eddie Guerrero schemes, and there's no better point in time to scheme than when you're getting smashed, right? So we're gonna just grab some tokens here to represent scheming. And this says that I add a scheme token. I can add a scheme token to this part of the player board, which is my permanent ability, every time I take damage, or every time I purposefully lose the initiative to gain 3 stamina or draw 1 card. And you might be asking me, what the heck are you talking about, Mo? Well, I'll explain it in a second. You'll see how scheming works. But it's basically the main way that this Eddie Guerrero character operates, and the reason this is a limited edition. Let me talk to you properly. The reason this is a limited edition is because Eddie Guerrero, this mechanic of scheming will never be featured again. So even if Eddie Guerrero is released in the future, it'll be a much more dulled down version than what you see today. All right, so this is 1 scheme token that I've added. It'll come in handy later on. And because he's hit me successfully, we're gonna continue the attack. And this time he's going for a shoulder breaker. Now this does 4 damage, and it'll have a target number of 5 or more. So he needs to draw a d5 or more. 4 damage is a lot, but I fancy my chances. I don't think he'll draw a d5. Holy moly. All right, so he drew another d6. Unlucky for me. That is a hell of a shoulder breaker for me to take. 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. My health is down to 10. Remember, my defensive compensation as Eddie Guerrero's, I can always add a scheme token, but also I get to draw a card or gain stamina. I don't want to draw any cards. I'm happy with what I have here today. And he's going to gain 3 momentum from that shoulder breaker. And he's going to pin me because this has a pin icon in the bottom right corner. I'm going to try to kick out. I need to roll a 10 or less. And I do, so I kick out on the first count. It's too early to beat Eddie Guerrero. But guess what? He gets to go again. And I'm starting to get worried whether I'm going to get my ass kicked, excuse my language. All right, so this is not too bad. This is a right hand. And I'm going to let him have it. Maybe it's another d6, who knows? Oh, it's a d2. That's too bad. All right, so I take another damage and I get a scheme token. And I'm happy gaining these scheme tokens. They'll allow me to do a lot of cool things here that I'll talk about in a second. God damn it, he's going to go again. And this time he's going to go for a junkyard headbutt. And this will do 2 damage. Now you might say, Mo, 2 damage, that's fine. You can let him have it. Why are you so worried? Well, I am so worried because of this. There you go. So the ability in the top right corner of the player board, the headbutts, mentions that any successful headbutt attacks gain the junkyard dog 1 additional momentum. So this would usually do 2 momentum. It would, sorry, oops, my camera's all over the place. It'll do 3 momentum. But more importantly, if player health is low, they also trigger a pin. Now, I don't have to worry about it now, but I should worry about it in the future. And that is definitely concerning. I'm not sure whether I should stop this or not. I mean, that's 2 damage. My health is going to go down to 7, and I haven't even dealt him a single lick of damage. I think I need to stop him, guys. I really do. Maybe I'll deal Eddie's reversal. I think that might be the way to go. So let's zoom in on my player board because I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I am going to do this. I'm going to spend the Eddie reversal, and I am gonna spend 2 stamina to do this, and that gains me the initiative. It'll deal 1 damage only, but I gain 2 momentum, excuse me, and 1 scheme token. So now I have 4 scheme tokens, which is absolutely amazing. You'll see how handy this will get for me in the future. And I get to attack now, and I'll just start it off with a knife edge chop, something that'll deal 1 damage, and gain me 1 momentum, and hopefully hit a combo. I'll roll 2 red dice because I'm playing at medium difficulty, and the Automa die. And now, keep in mind, I'm using the Automa die from the Sergeant Slaughter campaign. If you don't have it, you should get it. It makes your life a lot easier. But if you don't want to get it, that's fine. Every time you roll a blank, you're going to be assuming that you've rolled this new icon on the Automa die. So if I roll, oh, this is great. So I'll definitely succeed because I needed a roll of a 2, and I've rolled a 5 and a 4. So that's successful, and he wasn't able to block me. So this says he can add a reversal cube or reverse me if I was trying to deal 3 or more damage, which I wasn't. So I'll deal 1 damage, I'll gain 1 momentum back, and I'll go for another small move, a drop kick. The big guy, I gotta start off softening him up before I go for something big. All right, let's do it. Amazing. All right, so I rolled a 6, which is enough. And again, he rolled a add 1 cube, which will not stop my attack, given it's a 2 damage attack. 1 from the card and 1 from the combo. Just so that you guys can see, it's a combo. I comboed the 2 green circles here. For those who are colorblind, who might not be able to see it, these are 2 green circles. And so I'll be dealing 2 damage. I'll gain 1 more momentum. And Eddie Guerrero is on a roll, man. I'm going to taunt because a dropkick allows me to do so. The taunt gains me 1 stamina back. It gains me another momentum. And it allows me to draw 2 cards. The NPC gains 1 health. Remember, we never track the NPC's health. And this is absolutely amazing because now, we should make sure everyone can see these cards. Now I have all 5 Eddie Guerrero cards with me. There's more in the deck, but all of these are specific to Eddie Guerrero, which is awesome. A, because it's thematic, and B, because these are the moves that are most likely going to give me the most value, right? And I don't know which one to play. Do I go with a single crab now that I've knocked him down with a drop kick? Or do I try to go for something bigger? Yeah, I think I think I'll go with a single crab. I'm on a roll. He's not blocking these low damage attacks, and I feel like he's gonna keep rolling this cube. This add 1 cube, and there we go. This is my attacks since I gained the initiative. I'll explain these cards that I just moved out of bounds. I'll explain what they are in a second. And oh yeah, so the attack might be successful actually. It's a 5 or a 4. I needed a 3, but I've rolled this thinking icon. And remember, the new solo mode in ATW is all about the NPC thinking when he's getting hit about what he's going to do about this hit, about the single leg crab, but what he's going to do about future hits as well and the match. So let's see what he's up to and what he's thinking. So we resolved both parts of the card. There's an upper part and there's a lower part. Now I'm going to take this off the camera just so that I'm able to read it. If NPC health is 7 or less, the player attack suffers +1 target number. And if it has a pin, it suffers a +2 target number. So I'm so glad that his health is not low. It's at 10, it's not 7. And I'm so glad that my attack doesn't have a pinfall. So this has no impact whatsoever on resolving this attack. I will deal 2 damage. I'll gain 1 more momentum. And I could recover. I don't think I will. I don't want to give him the opportunity to gain health. And by resolving this card, before going for the offensive ability window, I must resolve the bottom part of the Ultima deck. And now he's thinking, and what he's thinking is, man, this is going to be a tough match. I need to be strong about this. And by doing so, he gains 1 health. So I dealt 2, he gained 1 back. That's all right. That's not too bad. But I get to go again. And I'm starting to wonder whether I should have recovered, because none of my cards have a taunt or recovery icon on them. Wow. Okay. I could do this instead. All right. So for my offensive ability window, instead of doing the recovery, what I could do is I can do Latino Fire. And that allows me to gain 2 more momentum, and the opponent must discard 1 card or lose 3 stamina. So that's usually if you're playing against the player. In the NPC rules, when you play this particular ability, as explained in this tiny rulebook, it's just 1 page for Eddie Guerrero, you get to peek into the top card, and then you can choose to discard it or put it back on top of the attack deck. It's a back suplex? That's not too bad. It'll do 2 damage. I'm going to keep it. It's much better than a headbutt. It's much better than his finisher. I'm going to keep that on top of his attack deck. But the important part is I gained 2 momentum. And the reason it's important is if I hit this tilt-a-whirl backbreaker after already doing some damage with a single leg crab, I could potentially then hit the brainbuster with a combo. Yeah, I like that. Let's spend 2 stamina and try to hit a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Let's do it, man. Ooh, all right, so I've hit it. This needed a target number of 3 or more. I rolled a 4, at least one of my rolls, but he's thinking again. So let's see how he's going to react to this attack. If the NPC health is 7 or less, the player attack suffers plus 1 target number. So thankfully, this is resolved before resolving your attack, right? At this moment, he has 9 health, so I'll ignore that top part of the deck. I'll do damage. Now he has 7 or less health, so I gotta be careful. And he's gonna be gaining 1 health at the end of resolving this card. So that's something I need to consider. I gain 2 momentum, and he's at 7 health. I could try to finish this off with a Brain Buster and then a Frog Splash. Yeah, let's try to do that. Let's try to do that. Maybe I don't need to cheat to win this match. I'm gonna do a Brain Buster, and this is such a cool artwork, by the way. I love it. But this usually requires a target number of 5 plus, and because of my momentum, which is on a roll, right here. Wait, ooh, you can't see my momentum bar. Let me just move it over. There you go. So because my momentum is on a roll, that moves down to a 4. And because I've been able to string together this combo, which is 2, if you can see them here, 2 orange squares, that reduces the target number further by 1. So long story short, instead of rolling a 5, I need to roll a 3 with 2 dice. I like those odds. I really like those odds. But as Jad will tell you, I always roll 1s. Except when I'm shooting. I think I should shoot every time I play a game. That's what I get lucky. Let's do this. Yes, I got lucky. So it's a 5 and a 4. It's a hit. But unfortunately, JYD has rolled a +1 cube, if you see that. So I can't add any cubes. But if this set is full, what the junkyard does is he spends one of the cubes to reverse. And what that means is this attack fails. He deals 1 damage to me and gains 1 momentum back. Because I took a hit, I'm going to add a scheme token, and I'm going to choose to draw a card. These cards go into the discard because they were successful. The Brain Buster failed, so it'll go into the deck, and I'll draw a card instead. And yeah, nice, I got a suplex. And my turn is done. I've lost the initiative. See what he is up to. There you go. I think everyone can see the junkyard dog now. Cool. And let's move these here so that everyone's able to see these cards. And we are going to go for his next attack. We already know what it is, actually. It's a back suplex, which I don't mind if he hit me with it. Oh, it's a D1. Oh, I got so lucky. All right, so I drew a D1, which means he's rolled a 1. The back suplex needed a 3 plus, so the back suplex failed, and the initiative goes back to me. And maybe I should just zoom out. This is getting ridiculous. All right, there you go. We'll go back to me, and I got a decision, guys. Do I try to go with a suplex and then a frog splash, or do I weaken him further? Maybe a gory special and then a frog splash? There's so much to do here. You know what? I'm going to do a top rope Hurricane Rana. A, it'll deal 3 damage. But B, and more importantly, it has a blue square that'll allow me to hit the frog splash in an easier way. So I'm gonna do that. It's a top rope Hurricane Rana, and I'm hoping. And the reason I'm also doing this is he's down 1 cube, and you know, if he rolls and add 1 cube, he wouldn't reverse it, which is good. So my chances of succeeding is a lot higher right now. All right. So the good news is he rolled a block 1 or 2 damage. which means that his defense is unsuccessful. The bad news is my crappy rolling is back. I rolled two twos. Now I'm gonna discard the gory special to re-roll the dice. Um, and for whatever reason, I can't remember if I re-roll both or I re-roll one die. God, that's embarrassing. How could I forget this? I believe it's we re-roll both. So let's do this. This is medium difficulty. Oh my God, I missed again. So it's two threes. It's a miss, but because I'm on a roll, barely. I mean, I got 5 momentum. This is an actual hit. It does 3 damage to the junkyard dog. He's now at low health, and it gains me 3 momentum. And the awesome part is I can hit my frog splash, bam bam, and try to win this match. And the reason I'm so excited is I'm now unstoppable. I'm in the red, which means my roll, I usually need a 6 to hit a frog splash. Now I need a 4. And because I've comboed these 2 blue squares up, I actually need a 3 only. So I might actually win this game without even having to scheme, which is incredible. I think I should start playing at hard difficulty. This is getting too easy for me. Let's just hope he does a reverse. Oh my God, I spoke too soon. All right, so I did roll what I needed to roll. I needed to roll a 3 or more. I rolled a 4 and a 5, but he reversed. That's a 1 in 6 chance, and he reversed. Look at how annoying this is. Oh my God. All right, so he spends one of his tokens. He deals another 1 damage. He gains 1 momentum, so I'm no longer unstoppable. I'm on a roll, and he gains the initiative. So I'm going to discard the top rope Hurricane Rana, shuffle the Frog Splash, and draw another card. Hey, at least I got another pink card. He's going to go again. Let's see what he's going to hit me with. Ooh. Oh, God. All right, so the reason I'm cringing is there's a crawling headbutt right here. Yeah, sorry, if you see me in the small camera, I keep looking to the left. I'm just checking out whether you can actually see the card. I think you can see it. It says crawling headbutts. It does 3 damage. That's not what I'm concerned about. What I'm concerned about is if he does 3 damage, my health is going to go down from 7 to 4, which means I'll be in low health. And that'll mean he's going to trigger his ability, the NPC's ability, which would allow him to pin me after any headbutt if my health is low. So technically, if he hits this, he's going to pin me, and my health is going to be 4, so I'm going to have to roll a 4 or less. I don't know. I really don't know. Should I? Oh, by the way, I should have gained the scheme token because he's hit me, and I should have drawn a card because he's hit me with his reversal. I think I'm going to scheme. I think this is just meant to be. I think this is meant to be. I couldn't have ended the game without showing you what the scheming is all about and why I've been so excited to gather all these scheme tokens. All right, so let me show you why. And I'm going to need some help from my hand camera. There you go. And maybe let me just remove myself. There you go. Okay. So there are 3 ways I can trigger my scheme tokens or use my scheme tokens. I can scheme by lying to the referee, and this happens when defending. And if you notice, there's a text at the bottom. I don't know if the camera's showing it properly, but it reads, Eddie throws opponent a weapon, then acts as if he's hit by it. So this is me defending, and it'll regain me the initiative. Cheating the opponent is the second way I can scheme. Eddie distracts the referee, then smashes his opponent with a weapon, allowing me to do damage to the junkyard dog and pin him, which is helpful. And number 3 is stealing the win. So this is, I trigger this when I'm pinning junkyard dog. I spend 3 tokens, and if I'm successful, I reduce the number of rolls he has by 1, which could be super helpful because if I hit the frog splash while his health is low, and I trigger the stealing the win successfully, he won't have any kick out rolls. I'll automatically win. So this is really cool. Now, the one in question today is the lying to the referee for obvious reasons. And just to tell you what this trigger during either, and we're only going to talk about A for now, the defensive ability window. And I can spend 4 tokens, then conduct a referee check. And if I'm successful, I gain the initiative, I gain 3 momentum, and I gain a -1 target run number on my next attack, which is awesome. But if I fail, the opponent gains -1 target number. So his crawling headbutt, usually he would need a 4. He's going to need a 3. All right, so I know I'm a Steven Spielberg, but I need to go back to, wow. How do I do this? Yeah, there you go. And I'm going to shut this camera off. Or maybe, yeah, let's do this. Okay, let's do this. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend I'm going to try to lie to the referee. And the emphasis on trying. I would need to spend 4 tokens. So 4 tokens. There you go. Not cheating. Gone. And I need to conduct a referee check. What does this mean? So there are 3 referee cards. When I conduct a referee check, the referee will either be caught unaware and my scheme succeeds, so I'm successful, or I succeed, but the referee is suspicious, so my next scheme is going to be a lot more difficult. Or the referee's going to catch me midway through it and my scheme fails. All right. So the way this usually happens, and the way I would do this with another player is I would place the cards face down in an order obviously my opponent doesn't know, and my opponent picks one of those 3 cards. So let's say my opponent picks this card. And I say, haha, my scheme succeeded and I'm successful. But if he, for example, picked the right card, it's a 1 in 3 chance, he would, my scheme would fail. Now, what would happen if he picked the yellow card here, the scheme succeeds card, and the referee is suspicious? It means that this card is discarded. So the next time, the opponent's going to have a 1 in 2 chance of catching you, of whether you're or not the opponent, the referee, right? But the opponent picks on behalf of the referee. So anyways, so the way we do this in an NPC game, in an Automa game, in a solo game, whatever you want to call it, is you organize these cards in whatever order that you want. And then you roll a dice. And if you roll a 1 or 2, the scheme will succeed, but the referee is suspicious. If it's a 3 or 4, your scheme's going to fail. And if it's a 5 or 6, your scheme's going to succeed. So you roll 1 dice. 1 dice. All right? And let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Oh my God, the scheme fails. Remember, 2, 4, and 6. God damn it. The referee catches me. I haven't schemed in a while. I haven't lied to the referee in a while. I'm rusty. And he catches me. What this means is my scheming has failed. Oh my God, that's so annoying. And what that means is his crawling headbutt is now going to crap. Even Eddie Guerrero's package isn't happy about this. It means that if he gets a D3 or more, he's going to hit me with 3 damage and pin me. This is not good, guys. I was too arrogant when I said this was getting easy. All right, I could discard 2 cards from my hand. I really want to use the 3 Amigos ability, which is something you guys haven't seen yet. So I'm doing this for you. I hope you're rooting for me. All right, let's do it. Oh my God, it's a D5. Oh God, that sucks. All right, so he does 3 damage to me. I gain something in compensation. I'll choose stamina. I do gain one of those tokens. So, maybe next time I'll have better luck. and he's going to pin me because of his ability, right? Ah, crap. Okay. Oh, and he needs to gain 3 momentum. So even my momentum now is not even on a roll anymore. Uh, I can't worry about that. I need to worry about kicking out. I only have 2 kick out rolls because my health is low, guys, and um, I'll end up spending 3 stamina. I told you the Junkyard Dog was tough. There's a reason why he beat the Sergeant Slaughter. Um, and I'm gonna try to kick out on a 5 or less because I feel like if I go all the way down to 2 stamina and he hits me with something big next time, like another headbutt, and he has a lot of headbutts in this deck, I'm done for. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that. Actually, I shouldn't have gained a stamina. I'll draw a card because that'll allow me to discard cards to block his next attack if I'm able to kick out. So let's do this. 5 or less, 5 or less. So that's 1. Oh, come on. Come on. Yes, 5 or less. Yes. Eddie Guerrero kicks out. Yes. All right. So Eddie Guerrero has kicked out of these crawling headbutts, which should be legal, by the way. And I'm still in this game. And the Junkyard Dog is just going to keep going. He's going to keep going. And he's going to hit a headbutt to the chest this time and try to pin me. It only does 1 damage, but it's going to pin me. This is so frustrating. Yeah, I'm gonna discard the Brain Buster and the Punch just to show you how these 3 amigos work. All right, so I'm gonna do that. Oh wait, oof. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. And my worry right now is if I play the 3 amigos, I'm not gonna have any stamina to do anything useful. This is so annoying. Do I draw a card? Do I gain 3 stamina and hope he doesn't hit me with a headbutt to the chest? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah. So what I did is I'm skipping my turn by gaining 3 stamina. I'm gaining 1 scheme token because if you lose the initiative to gain 3 stamina or draw 1 card, I gain a scheme token. So at least I can try to lie to the referee again if the next attack is a headbutt, which I hope it isn't. And I hope it isn't. And thank God it isn't. Yes, it's a back suplex. I don't mind. Let him hit me. Just keep those headbutts away from me. He needs a D3 or more. It's a D5, which is also good because he's using up his D5s. That's positive. I'm trying to find something positive in this. I'll draw a card as compensation. You're pinned up. Okay, that's not too bad. And he'll gain 2 more momentum. And he will get to go again. Crawling headbutts again. Oh, god damn it. All right, so this time I'm going to scheme again. I'm going to try to lie to the referee. And this time I'm putting the awareness on the 5 or 6. I don't think I'll roll a 5 or a 6. So I'll spend all my tokens. And I got to roll 1 dice. And just to remind everyone, if I roll 1 or 2, the referee's suspicious. 3 or 4, my scheme succeeds. And 5 or 6, my scheme fails. Ooh. All right. All right. Are you guys ready? Not a 5 or a 6. Not a 5 or a 6. Yes. Yes. All right. So I rolled a 3. Sorry, the lighting might not be so clear. I rolled a 3. If you didn't sense by my reaction, so that means that the referee this time is caught unaware. He believes me. Sees me on the ground. Opponent has a steel chair. And he starts arguing with my opponent. What did you do? What did you do? And it gives me the opportunity to gain the initiative, which is awesome. All right. Let's get back into this game. So what does this all mean? I gain the initiative. I block the attack. But I gain 3 momentum, which is amazing. And I gain a -1 target roll on my next attack, which is also awesome. What do I do? I'll try to trigger the 3 amigos. So I'm gonna try suplex 1 actually, right? And suplex 1 is gonna do hopefully 2 damage. It's costing me 2 stamina, and I'm hoping he doesn't block. Yes, all right. So bad news is he adds a reversal cube. Good news is it does 2 damage. His health is down to a 2. I gain 2 momentum. I'm gonna taunt, which gains me 1 more momentum. It gains him health, but it gains me 2 more cards and a stamina. I'm on a roll. And actually, I'm unstoppable in terms of my match momentum. This is awesome. And then I can trigger the Amigo, because the Amigo, the 3 Amigos, is wait, I zoomed in. The 3 Amigos, ladies and gentlemen. This bottom one right here. You see this hazard card, or this hazard icon. This means it's not triggered during the offensive ability window. It's not considered as an offensive ability window. You could trigger it with the offensive ability window, which is amazing. And what it allows me to do, and why I'm so excited about it, is your opponent rolls 2 dice. If no 6s are rolled, you can play another suplex from your hand. I have another suplex. And the awesome thing about this is it costs 0 stamina and cannot be defended against. And if it's successful, I gain an additional 2 momentum, draw 1 card, and gain a scheme token. So I get all kinds of goodies. All I have to make sure is I don't roll a 6. Don't roll a 6, don't roll a 6. Oh, god damn it, I rolled a 6. All right, so the 3 Amigo fails, unfortunately. That doesn't make me lose the initiative or anything. It just means I can't go for the second suplex. I gotta play something else. So I'll play El Hilo or Hilo. I'm not really sure. So again, this is probably one of my favorite artworks of Eddie Guerrero. And I spend 1 stamina, and I'm trying to do 1 damage to gain 2 momentum. He's blocked it. God damn it. This junkyard dog is one tough SOB. I'll draw another card. And it's the junkyard dog's turn. Oh, I'm so angry that my suplex didn't work. All right. Never mind. I think I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. Because he's going to try a giant body slam. And I'm going to let him do it. I'm going to let him do it. It's a d6. I'm glad I let him do it. So that's 3 damage. Anytime a d6 is played that doesn't pin me, doesn't deal a crap load of damage, I'm happy, because that's out of the deck. And I'm going to choose to draw a card. Yes! I got the Frog Splash. I'm going to win it. I'm going to win this with a Frog Splash. I'm declaring this right now. This is what's going to happen. Can you guys help me out? Did I move this? Oh my god, this is gonna bother me so much. I forgot. I've been talking so much, I forgot if I moved the... I think I did. I think I was unstoppable. Yeah, I was unstoppable. Yeah. I did move my momentum marker. All right, don't doubt yourself. And he's gonna go again. This time it's a junkyard dog headbutt. Oh, by the way, he's hit me. That's a scheme token. I'm going to block this, and the way I'm going to block this is using up my Tornado DDT and my Lasso from El Paso. This is very risky, because this is, I think, my last pinfall card, apart from my finisher. So I'm really relying on hitting the finisher. But I'm discarding it, A, because I want to keep the European uppercut in my hand, just in case. It'll allow me to taunt and gain some cards. But B, it needs a -3 stamina, which I think is too much. So I don't have that stamina to spend. So I'm going to discard these 2 cards to stop the attack. I got rid of another headbutt. And what I'm thinking of doing, instead of trying to roll a 5 with the Frog Splash, I'll roll a suplex. It'll get me to unstoppable status and get me this blue square, which means all I have to do is roll a 3. The other thing I can do is I can hit a European uppercut. Yeah, I think I'll do this. I think this is the safer move. I'll do a European uppercut, and hopefully he doesn't roll a cube. Yes, so it is successful. I rolled twos, shocking, but all I needed was a two. Thank God I went for this card. But he's going to be thinking. So let's see how the junkyard dog adapts to my attack. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, if player or NPC has 5 momentum, the player attack suffers +1 target number. So I needed a roll of 3, but because of this card, because the player has more than 5 momentum, 5 or more momentum, this is no longer a target number of 2. It's a target number of 3, and as such, oh my God, that's so bad. As such, I would need to roll a 3, and to do this, I gotta discard the suplex and go again. Assuming oh my God, are you serious? Oh my God. All right, so this is the Alkali luck that I'm very, very popular for. So that fails. I can't discard the frog splash, and basically I'm screwed, guys. I'm gonna draw a card instead, which is another suplex. Great. And this time the junkyard goes again. Oh my God, that was so bad, guys. All right, let's see what he has. Irish whip, good. Hit me, please. All right, so D4. I'm already at 1 health. He can't hit me anymore. I'm gonna gain a card in compensation just in case I need to discard something. And I'm gonna gain a scheme token. And he's gonna hit me again. Headbutt to the chest. Oh my God. Yeah, this is bad, guys. I mean, how many headbutts has he used? So he's done 2 headbutts to the chest, 2 crawling headbutts, and 2 JYD headbutts. And on the back of his card, well, he has 1 more JYD headbutt, and I think the thump. So even if I block this, he's either going to play his finisher or another headbutt next. Yeah, I don't think I have an option. I'm at 1 health, guys. I'm going to discard my 2 attack cards to block and gain the initiative. And then I'm going to try the frog splash. I'm going for it. I mean, it's now or never. I'm just hoping that, I roll a 5, because I don't have any rerolls. And he doesn't roll a 3+. Come on. Oh, so I did not roll a 5. But more importantly, he would have blocked it either way. So it's a failure on all accounts. I gained my other card, which is the European uppercut. And he gets to go again. I think it's a thump. Oh, all right. So the good thing is I don't think he has any D6s. I think he has 1 more. Oh, it's a D5, thank God. All right. So that fails. Thank God. All right. I'm still into this. I'm still in this. Sorry. And I'm going to be spending 1 for the European uppercut. Please don't block this. Please don't block this. Yes, it's a success. But it's just going to make my life harder. That does 1 damage to him. It gains me 1 momentum. And then I'm going to taunt. So that's 1 stamina, 1 momentum. He gains a health. And I gain my last card. And now I get into the blind attack kind of mode. I'll shuffle this in. So I could choose to play a card from the top, or the frog splash. I'm gonna go for a card from the top. I don't know, man. I think because this JYD headbutt, I mean, it's gonna be the end of me. Yeah, let's do this. Fudge! Alright, so this might be good or it might be bad. I have no idea. This is the lasso from El Paso. I'm gonna try to have JYD tap out. The reason I was upset, it's a pin, which is awesome. It needs a target roll of 4. Because I'm on a roll, it's 3, so that's amazing. The reason I'm upset is it takes 3 stamina. So if I fail this, I think it's over. Let's hope he doesn't reverse. Let's hope he doesn't reverse. Yes! All right, so he blocks a 1 or 2 damage attack. My attack has 4 damage. I'm good to go, right? Just so that you see I'm not cheating. And I rolled a 6 or a 4. Both rolls would suffice. And so that does 4 damage. His health is at 1. I gain 2 momentum. And obviously I'm triggering a pinfall. Whew. And the referee goes 1. And he gets 2 chances to kick out, right? Because he's at low health. I don't have any other modifiers that would reduce his health. If I had the Frog Splash, I would. And this is a 2. It's a D1, thank God. Or a K6, sorry, I should say. So this is the number that we're looking at. He needs a K1 to kick out. And it's a K5, it's a 3. The referee raises his hand again. Junkyard's dog. Either his arm drops or he taps out, whatever you fancy. I'm the winner with a lasso from El Paso. Wow, guys, this was absolutely amazing. Whew, really close. Now, if this was part of the campaign, I would have ended the game at 1 health, so I would have added 2 bumps to my player board. And if I had any more bumps on my player board from previous matches, I would have gotten an injury. So, not the best outcome, but it was all worth it because Eddie Guerrero is your new world heavyweight champion of all time. That's amazing. Thank you very much, guys. My next video is going to be on the Rumble matches. Let us know how you think. Let us know what you think, not how you think, excuse me. I just want to tell you how these other 2 scheming abilities work because we didn't get the chance to try them out. I was on the defense for a while. So let's assume the card I drew, instead of drawing a lasso from El Paso, let's assume the card I drew was knife at chop, right? And let's assume I rolled a 4, not let's assume, I did roll a 4 and a 2 and a cube. The cube doesn't matter because this is a knife edge chop, it does only 1 damage, so he doesn't block my attack. And I've rolled enough for myself to be successful. I would deal 1 damage, he's already at, whatever it is, 1 or 2 health, whatever he was at. Let's assume he was at 2 health. And I might be stuck here. Imagine I had more scheme tokens, obviously. I might be stuck here. I might have the Frog Splash in my hand. And I'm very scared to use it. And the reason I'd be scared to use it, even though it's a roll of 4 or more, A, because I roll 2s and 1s, but the other reason is because he has these 3 NPC reversal cubes. And I don't know what's in this adapt deck. I mean, let's see it together. It'll add a target number to my attack. By the way, when I drew this, I forgot to do the bottom part. I really apologize. That was my mistake. This has him reversing. This has him adding target numbers if my stamina is low. This has him reversing my attack. So this was not good. So I would be worried about going for another attack. I would be worried about rolling for the Frog Splash. And especially because he has a 50% chance of blocking my attack with his Ultima die. Because this face, there's 2 of these on the dice, and then there's the reverse big moves face. So that's a 50% chance that he blocks a big attack. And I might not fancy this. So anyways, long story short is I could choose to spend these 4 scheme tokens and instead trigger cheating the opponent. And this is Eddie distracts the referee, then smashes his opponent with a weapon. And why this is important is it would deal 3 damage to my opponent and it would trigger a pinfall. And so I would do this. And again, I would put scheme fails at the very top because I know I'm not rolling a 6 on 1 die. And I would roll, I knew I was going to roll this. So I rolled a 1 and my scheme is successful. And that what that would do is it would reduce my opponent's health all the way to 1, and it would pin. I could trigger a pinfall after hitting my opponent, the junkyard dog, with a weapon. And by doing so, I get to pin him just like I did with that. Now imagine I had 3 more tokens, right? Because I used 8 tokens on defense. Imagine I didn't. Here, I could be like, oh man, you know what? He has 2 kick out attempts. We've already seen him discard 3 D6s or 3 K1s. There's 1 more K1 in there. I don't know where it is, but there's 1 more K1 in there, right? And I'm worried. Let's not assume. Let's assume this is the case. I'm worried, all right? I'm worried that within 2 cards, he's going to draw a K1. And I want to reduce that to, reduce his kick out attempts from 2 to 1 so that there's a less of a chance of me drawing a K1. I would spend these scheme tokens again. I would do this same exercise. My scheme fails, but assume my scheme succeeds. It's suspicious, I'll discard this, and now I'm left with this for the future. But if that's the case, then I draw only 1 card instead of drawing 2 cards, which could easily have been the D6. And by the way, when I saw the cards, it was the top card. So, that's different ways where you could manipulate, but just remember that anytime you fail a scheme, so anytime your opponent picks this or the NPC picks this, there's a bad thing that's going to happen. So if you're going to try to use a weapon, you lose the initiative and he deals 2 damage to you. He uses the weapon on you. If you're trying to steal the pin, the referee is going to kick your feet off the rope or do whatever it is, and he's going to break up the pinfall. So you got to be careful. It's a risk-reward kind of thing, and it's a push your luck mechanic. So that was Eddie Guerrero. I hope you had fun, and I'll try to shoot the Rumble next, and I'll post it in a few days. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, let me know. Limited edition. I promise you, this is the next time we release this, it's gonna sell out like pancakes, because that's how it sold out the first time. And I'm not trying to be a salesman here. I think you all know that I don't do this for the money. I do this because I'm very passionate about wrestling, and I'm very passionate about designing some good games. This is a really unique way to play. It's a fun way to play. And as I mentioned, we are planning maybe in a couple of years' time to release a Spanish edition of Old Time Wrestling, and maybe Eddie Guerrero will be featured there. But he won't play like this. He'll be a very simple character to play. This whole scheming and the amigos and all these cool mechanics that you saw today is really unique to this limited edition. So if you've got a copy, hang on to it. And if you don't, we're going to release batch 2 soon. So stay tuned, watch our videos, watch our announcements. And thank you for supporting us as usual.